What's in this Barnes & Noble bag? This is, I believe, the third iteration of the Rubik's Speedcube. Now, the first one was reviewed by J-Perm that had a ball core. And they then made a Speedcube, Rubiks made a Speedcube with GAN. And now they made this one with Spin Master. I typically make fun of the cubes that I find at flea markets because they're bootleg, but I gotta remember that all speed cubes are bootleg, even GAN, so go away. I'm gonna do a review on the actual thing because it's a original Rubik's product. Looking at the back of the cube, this Rubik's Cube was engineered for speed. This Rubik's Cube is super fast with a sleek look and smooth touch. The Speedcube features an improved mechanism, making the puzzle solving faster, smoother, and more reliable. The Rubik's Speed twists and turns at an accelerated racing pace under your complete control. It is set up to be played right out of the box with its lubricated tracks and strong core. Result is a mind-blowing speed. Level up your solve, Rubik's Speed. Alright, let's get into the unboxing part. Why is taking off the plastic wrap off of any cube box so satisfying? Okay, here it is. Let's take it out. Wow, I didn't have to shake it like with the GAN boxes. It's gonna get, oh, does it come with anything else? I spent all that time just for there to be nothing. Looking at this cube looks just like a standard Rubik's brand cube, and it is tiled just like a standard Rubik's brand cube, not stickered like all the other cubes that have like black plastic and the colors like this. Rubik's is, I believe, the only cube brand that actually makes tiled cubes and actually does them right. What I mean by doing them right, I mean that every time Rubik's makes tiles, they're always like super hard to take out, and it's also super hard to disassemble the whole cube. Oh well, enough of me rambling. Let's go for some first turns. Wait. Feeling a bit okay. I'm not sure if this cube is magnetic. I think it is because of the way the layers click in place somewhat, but the magnets aren't that strong compared to something like a GAN 11M Pro. Okay, so this is more designed like a Speedcube. As I can see here, there's some honeycomb texturing. How hard is it to disassemble this cube? Okay, I got it. So the edge has honeycomb texturing and the corner does as well here. Your typical now modern Speedcube should have this like honeycomb stuff on the corner and on the edge. Are they magnetic? Yes, they actually are magnetic. Looking at their cores, Rubik's is using a spider core as well. Now, because Moyu repopularized the ball core idea, I wouldn't be surprised if this cube came with a ball core. But Rubik's is kind of trailing in the Speedcube market. So at least they're doing something right. From what I can tell, this cube actually does have some factory lube on it, but I'm gonna give it some weight 3 to just improve the overall turning on it. Okay, got it in. Let's break the lube in. Okay, the lube is now all broken in. And corner cutting on this cube is actually somewhat a bit on the trailing side. Like, from what I could tell, it needs some loosening. A modern Speedcube can corner cut easily within 45 degrees. And reverse corner cutting, it could almost do like a whole piece. So like, see, I locked up there. But if I move it a little more, like here, done. From the looks of the centers, it looks like they can be removed. So I'm gonna try, oh. Yeah, there is no special tensioning system here. It's just a screw and a spring. Now, being Rubiks, I wouldn't be surprised if they used just like a plain old screw and spring, but come on, y'all collaborated with GAN and used the GES system. Now, unfortunately, this cube doesn't have a screwdriver, so I had to use some other sources to somewhat loosen this. Now, onto the solves. I can generally say that this cube is super fast, but it's also very hard to set up since the blocky corner cutting, and if you make it a little too loose, it's going to be misaligning itself, corner twisting, and locking up a lot. Now, I can also say that the lubes that I put in, which was weight 3 and GAN lube, didn't really do much to the cube. I tried slowing it down with Nebula, and it somewhat worked, but then it just turned into the Tornado V3 situation. Now, is this cube worth it compared to the other speed cubes in the market? No. I generally wish that it came with more of the accessories, or else they should just market this as like a budget speed cube. Since this cube is for people to get into speed cubing, they should have the tensioning stuff in there and a little bit of lube, just like in their older speed cubes, so that way they would know what they're getting into and like how to tension, how to lube, and all that. And because it doesn't come with any, they're just gonna end up probably either using something. And because this cube doesn't come with any tensioning accessories or lube, for the lube part, I'm guessing that now, because this cube doesn't come with tension accessories or lube, on the lube part, the owner is probably either going to use something like WD-40 or cooking oil to lube it, or they're just going to go online to any cube store and buy lubes. And at that point, if you're going to go online to buy lubes for a Rubik's speed cube, you should just buy a budget cube like the Moyu RS3M 2020 or Yushing Little Magic, which perform way better than this cube. Now, considering the fact that Rubik's is more on the durability side of cubes, this cube does feel super durable, and since it's also like as a toy, they have the toy part in mind that kids are going to be throwing it around and all that. And if a cuber rages and they throw it at their wall, I'm pretty sure the wall's gonna break, not the cube. My final thoughts on this cube is that for this being Rubik's third speed cube, I think they did a pretty good job this time. There's always room for improvement, and I think that the next time they make a speed cube, they should once again partner with GAN or try with Moyu or Chi. But that was it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.